So today we're talking about how to make a lead sheet in Finale. My name is Paul Tobey from jazzmental.com. Thanks for joining me. We're going to go through the process of actually taking a piece of music, a melody, some chord symbols. We're going to throw it all into Finale. We're going to do this in real time. There are some things that musicians would like to see in your lead sheet, and I'm going to talk about those things as well. So we're going to get started in just a second. So this is how to make a lead sheet in Finale. If you actually look at a lead sheet in the real book, there are some common elements to most lead sheets. For example, just melody, single line staffs. Sometimes there's two staffs, but only if there is a bass part or other parts that are necessary in order to show the musicians what to play. Also, the key signature and the time signature and the clef is only on the first staff. All the other staffs are closed at the beginning, but there's no of those other elements that carry through. So what I did was, a while ago, I created my own lead sheet with the proper fonts in Finale. And if you look at document options, you can see that the fonts are all jazz related, because that's typical of a lead sheet. So in a continuation of how to turn the song Pure Imagination, which we did a reharmonization of, and if you missed those videos, you can find those videos on YouTube. There's 3 of them on how I reharmonized Pure Imagination. And now we want to take that reharm, which looks like this, and all of the changes and edits that I made with a pen, and we're going to turn it into a lead sheet. So one of the shortcuts that I did was I went back to Musescore and I found the original lead sheet that we were working from that was posted by Eric Fontaine Jazz. And I just clicked download and music XML. And I downloaded that XML file and then imported it into Finale by just going File, Import Music XML. And I ended up with this, which looks quite different than the one in Musescore. So this is the Musescore one, which looks all neat and the right fonts. And then when I imported it, it looked like this. And that's kind of common, but I really only need the melody anyway, because I'm changing most of the chords and most of the chord suffixes. So therefore, I just need the melody in this case. So I'm going to grab the cursor, put it to the left of the first staff system, and just copy it, but I'm going to make sure that my filter is only notes and rests. So none, select notes and rests, and then Control C, go back to the lead sheet, click left of the first staff system, and paste it in there. Now there's a couple of changes that we need to make with this, because that is a pickup measure, so we need to change that. So let's go to Document, Pickup Measure, and select half note, and that fixed that. And then the phrasing needs to be set properly so that the beginning of each phrase is at the beginning of the bar line of the staff. So I moved this one from here to the first staff, then select the rest, fit measures to 4. And then I think there's one other place here. This is part of the bridge. So I'm going to move that up there and then select the rest, fit measures, Control M for short, to 4. And now I'm all on one page. So this is a good start. Let's change the title to Pure Imagination. And then let's save that. Right, so next what we want to do is we want to start to get these chord symbols into the lead sheet. So you can see that the first one is F minor 11th in the first bar, and the next one is B flat 7 altered chord. One thing that I did notice is that there is a left hand repeat sign there, and then one at the end, obviously, which we can put in. All right, let's start putting our chords in. So grab the chord element and then click or double click on the note that you want. And in this case, we want F minor 11. Now, if that chord is not in the suffix library, it'll prompt you to put it in. So it says, could not find chord suffix minor 11th. Would you like to add it? Yes, because it appears several times. So let's just do that. So there's our F minor 7th chord, and then we want B flat 7 altered on here. Also need to add that. And let's keep going for a little bit, just so you get the hang of it. So the next chord is E flat major 7th. And if you want to just choose them from the suffix library, typically a major 7th chord would be there. So there it is there. So just grab that. For those of you that wanted to know what I did, in this section down here under suffix, I just clicked select, and you can select from the suffixes that are in the library. And you can see the two new ones that I added, they're at the end here, minor 11th and 7 altered, which is strange, I think, that they weren't actually in this library. But we should probably put them in the template that we use for the lead sheet. Okay, so E flat 7 altered, or sorry, it's not supposed to be altered. Fix that. So then you right click on it and go edit chord definition, and then on the suffix we're going to select major 7. The next chord is, and this is our turnaround to get to 2, so it's 1, 4, 3, 6. So in this case it's A flat 7 sharp 11. This is G minor 7. This is C7 sus. And now, because there's starting to be repetition, it might be quicker, rather than just to spell the chords out, is to just copy them. So under Edit Filter, we're going to just choose Chords and Fretboards. And then move that there. And it takes the chord, but not the notes themselves. So then B7 altered goes there. And then E flat diminished 7th. And then E flat major 7, which is copied from up here. And then there's a turnaround there. And this note is different. So the last note there is a C7 sharp 9 chord from our reharmonization. So let's just go and put that in. Good. Now that we have that section, we can literally copy the whole thing over to the next section, like this. And obviously we're going to have to make changes here, because that's where it shifts into the key of the moment, which is G. Let's go find our screenshot that we marked up. And now we're into the bridge. Well, actually, it's not. Is it reharm 2? Yeah, right there. So A flat major 7th to start. Sometimes it's also just as quick to copy a major seventh chord and then just change So let's go back a bit and just finish off this section because there was a couple of chords on these notes here. This one is D flat over E flat. And this one is B over C sharp. And you can also move those a little bit so it's not so crowded. And then it goes into G. And in the original chart it said add 9, which we can do. And then there's a turnaround here, B flat minor 7. I keep forgetting that it's this one. To E flat 7. And those are on the last two beats, so you just have to move them over like that. And so that gives you an idea on how to create a lead sheet in Finale. I'm going to finish this off and then we'll make another video to move on to starting the recording process, creating a bass line, getting some drums in, and then going through the recording process. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation on how to make a lead sheet in Finale. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, post them below. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one, go ahead and do so. We'll see you soon.